All right, dude, we're fucking on episode 55 of the 1 Way Out podcast.
Allegedly, because we
allegedly, so it's around 55. But Dan's here, fucking Aaron's here. We're gonna talk about the fall of the I don't know what you call it, MAGA. I don't know what you want to call it.
I don't know. I don't think MAGA's falling. I think this is a very natural evolution.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. So you brought up a point that I think is probably not. It's not mainstream on the oppositional right. I guess is that who defines what MAGA is.
Well, Trump does. He said,
"Yeah." Well, I agree though. I kind of agree. Like it's like who defines what 1 Way Out podcast is? Like me, you know. Even if all the listeners to the podcast were like, "Oh, this podcast is fucking whatever, should be about X, Y, and Z or whatever," we're gonna stop following. It's not really the 1 Way Out podcast. Like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, if no one listens, they'll still be fucking here screaming into the mic by myself about the Jews or whatever the fuck, you know, like anything. Regardless of who listens to it, what they think about it. So it is a little different. Actually, that's pretty much exactly analogous. Because if everyone stopped fucking following MAGA and Trump was still fucking wearing MAGA hats, just talking all that MAGA shit, I guess he would still be MAGA.
Well, that's why Aaron's got the America First on, and that's what happened. Is literally right after he said that I'm MAGA, I decide what MAGA is.
Yeah.
You know, the Nick Fuentes guys hopped on that and were like, okay, fuck you then, America First. And the GOP's platform that they've ran with, I mean, it's like Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, it's all the fucking people we hate and that we've been trying to get rid of for fucking ever with their open borders, their, pro big business, just globalist ideas. And so now that's MAGA, and everyone else now is wearing America First hats, America First, and it'll become America only.
I feel a little left out right now. Like I need to fucking get an America First hat.
Oh, this is from Ian Smith, which is the dude
bodybuilder.
Attila's Gym in Bell. He doesn't own it anymore, but he was one of the big dudes during COVID. He first came out and was like, "Fuck you guys, like you ain't doing this." Which is like, I'm from Jersey, dude. So like that mentality, that's Jersey, the Jersey I grew up in. You gonna tell me what to do? Who the fuck are you? You know? So like that, and the way the rest of Jersey rolled over on it, like that's when I knew. I was like, Jersey isn't Jersey anymore, because the fact that the COVID thing was as widely received as it was in Jersey at the time.
Well, when I thought Jersey, I thought of someone like you, Dan. But then like I'm looking at Chris Christie or whatever, and I'm like, that's from fucking Jersey?
Yeah, Chris Christie's that's 100% like that dude, Tony Soprano. Which, by the way, dude, Aaron, you said it in the group chat, the whole entire like email about Trump blowing Bill Clinton. Yeah, it reads
chat shit, man.
It reads like a group chat. Hey, you got that? Does Vlad got that picture of Donnie blowing Billy? Like straight up. But the memes coming out of it are glorious. Like I keep on playing or posting the Soprano where they find out that Vito's gay.
Yeah.
And they're like, so when he was, when the security guard was blowing him, and then Meadows' boyfriend was like, wait, hold on a second. He was blowing the security guard. And they're like, what the fuck? Dude. I love that. That's like the greatest thing. But someone was like, yeah, we should just keep this alive until Trump has to address it. Like, and I'm like, yeah, 100%, dude.
Well, I mean, there's some weird, so I'm not like the whole Overton window guy and the free speech stuff. Would you guys see the thing today? It happened a couple hours ago. It came out. Some reported the whole, like, hey, what do you think about Tucker and Nick Fuentes, whatever? And he didn't disavow it. And
what are you talking about, Tucker and Nick Fuentes? You mean the interview that they did together?
They asked them about it. They're like, hey, what do you think about whatever?
Some people are calling that the 9/11 for the people who did 9/11.
He said he said like pretty much free speech.
Hey, yeah, dude.
To be fair to them, it wasn't just them. That was a combined op between the Saudis, us, and them. That's the whole entire move on that fucking shit.
Well, Ben Shapiro wasn't happy about it.
Ben Shapiro was not happy about it.
He was not. Yeah. I thought it was a good interview. I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy. I mean, it is funny that he addressed Tucker addressed calling him gay, which was funny, you know?
I think I watched it like on, I'll do like 2x speeds, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's like, it wasn't a bad interview. Nothing though, like grabs my memory of it. It was just like,
yeah.
What happened?
It's the fact that it happened.
Yeah, right. That's the fact. The fact that it happened, right? Exactly. This is the shit that has been being fought since they tried to wrangle in the internet, like with Trump, the first term of Trump coming in. They deplatformed Trump off of everything. And now, so for like the right now is, the neocon, right? They're not really right, but the neocons are now trying to run the same playbook as the leftists, which
they're all commies, Dan.
You hate fucking Nick Fuentes or you like him or this, that, the other thing, especially if these companies are taking money from the U.S., which they are with all their tax breaks, subsidies, this, that, the other thing, you don't get to just ban. You have to abide by some sort of fucking principle of free speech. You don't just get to ban. I get it. I don't want child porn all over X. I don't want this, that, the other thing. That's pornography.
But when it comes to politics, it's
politics. Free speech, dude. If it's a terrible idea, if it's a shitty idea, like the H-1B thing that they keep on fucking trying to jam down everyone's throat, it's coming back to bite him in the ass. It's great. Byron Donalds in Florida is having problems with his H-1B stance.
Have you seen Vivek?
Vivek's Christmas crash out is literally going to cost.
I don't think he gets the nomination. No. I think he'll lose a plus 11 state from last election.
Yes,
I think he'll lose that place.
100%.
So
that's Ohio, right?
I hope Groupers keep it on. I hope America First crowd keeps pressure on because that's a layup election. Amy Acton was the she was some kind of something there during COVID, like the
doctor. She was the attorney general. She was the first attorney general to recommend in the U.S. to recommend they call her Dr. Lockdown. To close up the state.
It's like you're going against the easy. That could be a plus 15 win if it wasn't,
Vivek.
America's an idea. Ohio's an idea.
Yeah,
right, dude. And keep in mind, his entire way he made money was this entire scam where he basically played with this biotech company.
Wait, Vivek Ramaswamy was a scam?
Yeah. Amazing, right? But
I'm fucking shocked, man.
So that's that Mitt Romney kind of what Mitt Romney did with Bain Capital, where they were trying to trot Mitt Romney out there. He's this great businessman. It's he would just literally buy American companies, gut them, destroy the workforce, destroy the jobs that everyone had there, and make money for his investors. Vivek did the same thing. So it's people don't want that vein to begin with, and then you go on I want infinite Indian slave labor. No one's voting for you.
So I was 30 for that election in 2012. I'm 43 now. That was my first election where I didn't vote. I was like, you know what? It was all based on the whole Ron Paul thing. They fucked him over in the primary, whatever else. And I was just like, you know what, guys? You can win or lose without me. I'm done. I'm checking.
That was the same. Aaron, we're the same age. I did the same thing. I would not vote for Mitt Romney. That was Obama versus Romney, and I was like, I'm not voting for.
He could have won. He actually could have won. And it's whatever, man.
No, because dudes and this is the same shit that's coming down the pipe at fucking MAGA, straight out, head on, dead collision, 2026. They're going to get fucking punched right in the face. They see it though. You can listen to Bannon, you can listen to Posobiec, and they're trying to dance around it. General Flynn, his son, I love his son even more, are being even harder core, but you can see the way Vance and Trump, Trump's how he answered that Nick Fuentes Tucker question. You can see them trying to dance.
Yeah.
Turns out people do matter. Turns out the base does matter a little bit if you want to be elected.
So do you think, I do believe the fracture is real. I believe the America First MAGA fracture, I think it's very real. I think it's been a hyper whatever.
When do you think it happened? The first, when it really fucking
Epstein files.
That's my opinion, but I don't want to know what you guys
Epstein
think.
files was it? We all spurred out about the Iran thing.
Sure.
Where we're he can't get us into another fucking war, this, that, the other thing. And to his credit, he's done a good job of navigate. He hasn't stopped the Ukraine war, which is so fucking ridiculous. But I know we got ships all off of Venezuela and they're hyping it up like we're going to invade Venezuela. We haven't yet, so I'm not going to spurg out on that. But the Epstein files, he could have even survived. Right. He could have survived the Iran blow up there, but the Epstein files was really when it started.
Gun to head, I would say Epstein files. I mean, it might be more obviously nuanced than that, but again, just gun to head. It's because it's been so consistent ever since then. And I think it's also a compilation too of also though the persistent problem though with personnel. It's he can get one or two good hires, a couple people go in there to do good things, and there are a couple. I will acknowledge that.
Stephen Miller, love Stephen Miller. Tom Homan, love Tom Homan.
Well, and I
Rodney Scott, love Rodney. He did. Look what's good. Look what's he's done good on his administration. immigration,
border,
right? Outside the H-1B shit, it's all those dudes.
Joe Edlow, USCIS, that's where I came from. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. He's done a few, like, oh shit, he's actually making the moves that need to be made right now.
Right.
So I'm happy to see those things. But yeah, it's everything else though. The war industry, it's just like, here we are again. So again, I think those things factor in. But yeah, if it was like a, peg a hole to it or whatever, it's like, I gotta see Epstein files.
That happened pretty early though, right? Like Bindergate was like fucking March or April or something.
April, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I started to see cracks. See,
dude, there's this comedian, Lawrence Johnson. He's pretty funny. He's from New York. He does the random white acts of danger.
Dude, that was in February.
February?
That was Pam Bondi. Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. Pam Bondi, February 21st. The binders are on my desk right now.
Yeah, okay.
No, when he do the photo op, that was really the
February 27th was Bindergate.
Bindergate.
Couldn't even get through the first full month.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fucking a month.
But it's like, to be fair, man, you remember Joe Biden with the Afghan evacuation?
Yes.
That was his major mark where it's like it went downhill and didn't come back up again. I think this is recoverable, but it's like you have to do the things that you said you were going to do. You said you're going to be dictator day one for a day, but you weren't. And then the other one, which was, I love that tweet when he said, the man who saved this country breaks no laws. It's like, yeah, that's the strong man we voted for.
Yeah.
Dude, he doesn't even need to break the laws. They're fucking themselves on process. No. They have, like, we voted in GOP House, GOP Senate, and the executive branch. Okay. The whole entire 60 vote bullshit is a globalist in the Senate, is a globalist construct that they put on so that they always have enough wiggle room with the election fraud and whatnot, so that the populist movements can't get anything done. It's there as a firewall for the elite. Yeah. We all know, everyone's wise enough at this point to fucking see it for what it is. He could literally walk out. He's sitting there railing against Marjorie Taylor Greene and fucking Thomas Massey. He's got the FBI. This is why the Epstein files are so important. Lindsey Graham's in the Epstein files. He should be going and taking the FBI and being like, Lindsey Graham, sitting senator from fucking South Carolina, the fine Southern gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
He's charged with 45 fucking counts of sex crimes that we have from these Epstein files. The Epstein files are so important because it is by far the best and greatest tool that we have outside of a fucking armed revolution to actually take this country back without resorting to violence on like a mass fucking scale. That's why everyone is going ballistic about the Epstein files.
And that's why I think we'll end up getting violent, because I do not think we're getting the files.
No.
Nope. Have you guys gone through any of the emails that dropped a couple days ago? The 20,000 emails? Okay.
A few of them, but like, dude, it's 20,000 emails, bro.
Sure. Yeah. But at least conclusively, we know that Trump didn't barely know the guy, like he was saying, like fucking, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't gone through it. I've seen some of the things. I won't even engage on Twitter with these things. I'm just, because that's like, you know what? Like, I've already kind of got my mind made up of where I stand on this.
Yeah,
thing.
Sure.
And it's like, I don't need the additional red pill.
Yeah. There's only so much mental bandwidth.
Aren't even the emails, dude. Like, the emails are like fluff. You know what I'm saying? The Epstein files are all the videos that they got, all the fucking financial transactions that they did, all the shit, the travel logs, all the shit like that, dude. Like, that's the Epstein files. Dude.
Well, what could be left at this point? That they wouldn't have just destroyed? I think the videos, they would have destroyed them.
Fucking 30 hard drives that they recovered.
That's all gone though, right?
Dude,
that's why I'm like, I've made up my mind.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anything. It's already done.
It's such a, why they wouldn't destroy it, because they still want the leverage over those people. It's somewhere. It's just fucking hidden. And on top of that, and on top of that shit, even if they did destroy it, right? They destroyed all the thing. Like, there's chain of custody. Then you go and literally you throw everyone under a rock for the like public execution for that shit, because it's treason. It's national security. They say national security for everything else. Yeah. You had foreign influence operations. You covered for enemy fucking enemies of the United States conducting foreign influence operations.
So here's why I think they wouldn't do it, because remember how Trump got elected in 2016? In 2015, he knows he's in North Carolina fucking talking shit to low energy Jeb Bush or whatever. And he looked right at Jeb Bush and he was like, your brother lied us into the war. Like, he straight up fucking told him, which is,
that's what got me.
Pretty fucking treasonous, like that's a death of they hang you for that. I think if you get Americans killed unjustly, or, it's at least, I don't know what you want to call it, but It's a capital offense, whatever the fuck that was. And here we are 10 years later. I mean, I don't think
that's the shitty part. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't see any of this justice stuff coming down the pipe. I just don't. Like the best we have right now, it's like, oh, we got some mortgage fraud cases. And it's like, that's not what I want. Like, what the fuck, man?
And it's against bullshit lower level players, dude. It's against bullshit lower level players, dude.
Yeah.
It's there to get the JJs. It's there to get the JJs. Like, look, trust the plan. Q's coming. True. That's what it's there for. It's to keep that.
Comey's going to roll on Ray. Ray's going to roll on fucking blah, 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 all the way down to up to Barack Obama. That's literally, they believe that.
You think that promise actually made not too long ago that they're going to put Obama in jail?
Yeah.
Because I saw it with from someone did it. It was Tulsi Gabbard came out like in October.
Yeah.
And it was like, he broke the law.
She said treason. She said treason.
Yeah, she said treason. Tulsi's done a good job. RFK's done a decent job, but they're being motherfucked. Like Tulsi came over and like look at the what did Kash Patel just come in and shit can the DNI, Joe Kent. They came with what
was that?
Was it metadata on the Charlie Kirk shooting or some shit like that? It was something big.
Something with the Kirk shooting. It may have been footage or something else, but
some shit where she had like foreign operatives or some shit that they were looking to investigate into. Oh, foreign connections to the Charlie Kirk shooting. And Kash Patel fucking shut it down right away. He
was like, there's nothing there. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
Anybody check on Dan Bongino lately?
He set up a this was funny actually, because again, I got a bunch of buddies that are like, former FBI whistleblowers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they set up the FBI rapid response thing, which like now every department has, right?
Yeah.
And at first, it was only following Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. It wasn't following like any of the field offices for the FBI. So everyone first was like, okay, this is just the Kash and Dan channel. Got it.
Yeah.
Then they followed all the offices because they were called out by it. But I want to say one of their first posts got community noted.
Perfect.
Awesome. But it's like, hey, you know what? I was told. And I didn't even care about the whole, like, we're going to shut down the Hoover building, make it a deep state museum.
Yeah.
That was bullshit. But when you say you're going to shut down the intel component of the FBI and then you don't and you expand it, it's like.
You have to give them a new building.
It's just like.
No, bro. Like, I'm way past that. I fucking watch a compilation. I will listen to, like, Bongino, I used to listen to fairly often on this thing. Like, and Kash Patel went on Glenn Beck and was talking all gangster. He did that book, Government Gangsters, on the Russiagate.
I've got a montage pulled up if you guys want to see it.
Oh, dude, montage. Like, nah, dude, like, there is no sympathy or mercy for those two dudes whatsoever. No. Like, Bongino, I kind of feel bad for, but like, dude, like, you, the only way you can redeem yourself at this point is to resign and just be like, I tried, and they're literally fucking blocking me. That's it. That's what he has to do.
You know what's crazy though? So remember, like first term, Trump 1.0, there was like always firings, like left and right.
Yeah.
There's like none so far yet. So the craziest examples to me are Mike Walls, who basically like brought in that Politico report or whatever it was, and it's like he just got moved somewhere else. But the
Signal Gate, right?
One is Gavin Wax, where he leaked, private communication to a leftist Politico journalist, and he's still there. And I'm like, doesn't that violate some kind of law of leaking? But it's like, you've got an appointee talking to Politico. Why is he still there? But then I ask the question out loud. I'm like, why am I asking the question? No idea.
Yeah. Signal Gate was nobody got fired over that. I don't know. There's just so much evidence. So like, I really think Epstein was the first crack of this coalition or whatever you want to call it that Trump had. And then from there, it's really just been fucking kind of snowballing or spiraling, however you want to fucking.
Yeah, he's kicking the Maha people in the balls by having like Ozempic fucking where the guy which was hilarious, by the way.
The fucking guy passed out.
Right. Yeah. He Trump stands up like he's like this. He's like, fuck. And then
RFK
runs out like the CIA just to play.
I didn't see the video of RFK.
Oh, there's a dude. He fucking ran. Like it was like. And to his credit, when people start dropping in public settings, he has a history of like, I got to get away from this.
They were trying to be like, he was going to get a doctor, and it was like Dr. Oz was standing right next to him.
Oh my God. I didn't see I didn't see him.
Oh, dude, he bolted, dude. He bolted, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he's like, CIA nerve gas. I'm out of here.
CIA nerve gas. Yeah, dude. Yeah, but
Eddie Murphy had a great fucking where he's like, if I'm the first black president, he's like, you're gonna be seeing me do the State of the Unions. Bobbing and weaving, dude. That was in like the late 80s, dude. It's still fucking hilarious. You go watch Eddie Murphy on that.
And pretty relevant. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, so you I mean, the Epstein thing, he dropped the fucking ball. He did get us into a 12-day war with Iran. Yeah, you're right. The Ukraine thing is still fucking going. I
give him a pass on the Iran thing. Yeah. He kept us out of it.
He didn't keep us out of it because we fucking bombed the shit out of him.
Right, but like it didn't spiral into, dude, we were running here looking at maps with fucking Aaron.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, it hasn't spiraled yet. Remember, this is still ongoing. So hopefully it doesn't spiral.
They're gonna regime. It's gonna hit a regime change.
Well, exactly. And those people are not well known for letting things go. So in 20 years, something might get blown up, and then some guy will write a fucking manifesto to America about that fucking 12-day war or whatever. So anyway, you get the 12-day war. Obviously, he's been great on Israel. Which is dude, there's just so many things that have just been tearing this coalition apart.
I voted for him knowing that he was going to be Israel.
Yeah, we said that early on. Sure. Right so on. That's why I brought that one up last. Yeah. He was terrible on that. Although he did just write a email or a official letterhead to what's the president of Israel's name? I forget his name.
Mirolansky.
Yeah, asking for him to pardon Netanyahu. So that's cool.
No, that was to I thought like the Hague or the.
That was to the president of Israel.
It was president. It was their political girl.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah, which Miriam Edelstein, who gave him $100 million for his campaign, donated $20 million to try to fucking primary Massey. So that's pretty.
I thought it was the three of them together. There was like three of them: Paul Ellison, Edelstein, and someone
I've seen a couple different reports. I'm fucking putting it all on her. Fuck that.
All on her. Okay.
Chick.
I saw the numbers. Isn't it like 20 million into Massey's and like 15 against Marjorie Taylor?
Yeah. Now he's disowned Marjorie Taylor.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I hope they both just fucking curb stomp whoever they put up in the primary, and then, but you're gonna have to check on the Kentucky. I'm sure the election laws are good, but you're gonna have to check the Georgia, kind of like what I sent you the other day, Aaron. The Georgia primary. I got a feeling there's a similar thing in play.
I think Massey will be fine, but even with Marjorie though, it's like, I'm sorry. I do think she's basically doing like a rewrite, a rebrand, because she backed Kevin McCarthy hard in 23 for the speaker. She went against Gates, and it's just like, I just think it's, whatever it is. And apparently there is that story that she wanted to become senator, governor, and the Trump circles were like, no, you're not going to win a statewide race. That's not going to happen. And I think that's what caused like a new fissure between those two. And that's kind of developed this whole thing. So now it's like, okay, I'll just pivot to become more America first. I'll sound based, but it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't trust it.
You don't buy it? Okay, yeah.
I'll take the over to window shifts every time. Don't get me wrong, but I'm also not gonna go like, fuck yes, we got one finally. It's just like,
well, that's I do think what you just kind of said is like indicative of what is happening, because there's people like your Shapiro's, your Con Inc. people that are saying that these people were never loyal to the party. And that's correct. You have a subset, or half the people are ours, like loyal to MAGA, the whatever the party is or whatever. And then you have the coalition that was loyal as long as you were doing what you said you're going to do. And was
Ben Shapiro was one of the number one hitman on Trump.
Never Trumpers, but now
he did the Corey Lewandowski thing, where him and that chick when he was at Breitbart, where he tried to claim that Corey Lewandowski roughed up a reporter. And that Trump hangs out with fucking thugs.
Sure.
Ben Shapiro, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck Ben Shapiro is a fucking scumbag.
I know. I mean, fuck him anyways. But I just didn't know he did. Fuck him. I just didn't know he did that also.
No.
Yeah. So he was a never Trumper for sure. But like in 2028 or whatever, like the Vance is going to run, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. This is what everyone's kind of thinking. DeSantis he actually probably has a better shot, I think. But what is even fucking JD gonna run on exactly? Like, the shit that we just named is gonna be a problem. Go ahead.
So we'll see. He tweeted earlier. I quote tweeted him out for it. He pushed back on the term Judeo-Christian, and I was like, dude, you know what? Like, you stood up for Christianity. You will get my support for that. Good job on you that one.
I trust him less than I trust Marjorie Taylor Greene by an exponential.
It's like do I trust a long term again?
I agree.
Window shifts, right? No, I think he will definitely rebrand out of MAGA into America First. But I don't see it happening, man.
Yeah, I would be super suspect of that if he did make any moves that way.
I like it's all political theory or this, that, the other thing. But I once again, name of the podcast, One Way Out. We've seen 4 different countries this year where we've had Gen Z revolutions. We're having one in Mexico right now where they literally have laid siege to the Mexican fucking.
Hold on, really quick. Okay, so that was Burma, right?
Burma, Nepal.
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 And then there's another one, and then like a Malaysia or some shit, and now Mexico.
What popped off with the Mexico thing?
They killed an anti-cartel mayor like 2 weeks ago, and this chick,
the cartel killed the
cartel, yeah, and there was 38 not running against her, but running against her party
in like all the elections, yeah.
Well, 38 assassinations in the election of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a BlackRock, WEF stooge put in there. She's Jewish. 99% of Mexico is Roman Catholic. Yeah. And she's basically been running cover for the cartels since she got in office. And, the fucking people are like, hey, we're trying to vote this way so that we can do it peacefully and you guys keep on killing our fucking people that we put out there. So here you go.
You think it's going to because I saw it today with the storming of the palace. Guys, love it. Yep. Do you think it's going to pop off or no?
Yes. I think Mexico has a history of China for a while was funding supplying arms and shit to anti-cartel militia groups that were fighting all over. And then when I think it was the AMLO came in, he went hard down on them. That was with our backing, it's China influence in Mexico. We obviously don't want that. It's kind of the same situation Ukraine. Hey, we can't have this shit. So we were all on board with that. But I see a similar situation popping off where the government, the Mexican government and military and all that already have to deal with the cartels, dicking with them. Now imagine that you've got just the regular everyday Mexican who picked up I got a fucking AK-47 from fucking China and he's popping off shots at you.
Yeah.
My first question then is, okay, what enemy states would want to see that unrest on our southern border again? Because that's going to fuel a lot of whatevers. That makes me kind of damn, I wonder if we're going to see some foreign investment into boosting that kinetic action.
I think if you start seeing the government of Mexico go down, even though she's anti-cartel or pro-cartel, all the shit that Trump has ran against, you'll see us get more hardcore on it. Yeah, because it'll be China and Russia. That's what I think the Venezuela thing's about. It's all China money that's in Venezuela. It's our, I don't mind the Western Hemisphere dominance by the U.S.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. People fucking are I'm okay, fine. This is our hemisphere, friend. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing in our backyard. That's my entire disgusto with Ukraine. With the Russians, you're fucking going and pulling shit that we would never tolerate in our backyard, rightfully fucking so.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I believe our country, if it did destabilize Mexico to a certain level, I think our country would probably call up those cartel lines that they have and squish it. Using the cartel, which is probably would work, but then would create a lot of backlash. I don't know. But that's just how our country operates.
It's create a power vacuum, though. You got to think that some of these cartels just go well, fuck it. I'll just now.
America loves a power vacuum, dude. We don't usually think about what comes after, but we love a power vacuum.
I agree. I don't know, man. That to me is I'm not very smart with Mexican politics, obviously.
Yeah, well.
But it's just damn.
It's a narco state. Everyone knows it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just don't know the complexities and history of it. It's just I don't know. It's bad. But damn.
Yeah.
That'd get wild.
I agree. I mean, they did designate a bunch of them terrorists already, so I mean, they have apparatus ready to go.
We did, and we're fucking zapping Venezuelan cartels.
Well,
someone asked me the other day. It was oh, Trump's going hardcore on the cartels. I was he's going hardcore on the Venezuelans. You're not seeing
Sinaloa's fine.
It's like, if you did that to the Zetas or Sinaloa or whatnot, you'd be seeing motherfuckers be hanging from overpasses here.
Sure.
I was like, they're fine with it because they're fucking with their competition.
Yeah.
That's it's like, so he's dicking with the Venezuelan cartels and like, so they're like, I don't know. Rand Paul was like, it would take 20 fast boat rides outside of Venezuela. I'm like, yes, Rand, like the smugglers are smarter than just like being like, we're just going to take a boat and fucking drive it straight to the United States. Like, we understand that it would take 20 fucking trips. That's why it's called smuggling. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
He's probably right on fucking zapping these fucking weird boats that are in the 10 miles offshore. They're not just fucking fishing in a fucking high-speed boat, okay? They'll cost more than they'll make in their lifetime.
No, but who they're drone striking tells you something, right? Because they labeled all these people terrorists, including Antifa, by the way, which they fucking tore apart a Turning Point event, last week or something?
Berkeley,
they didn't.
You want to
What's up?
Squeeze on that one?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if they are a terrorist organization and there were theoretically hundreds of terrorists in one spot, why didn't they just fucking treat them like terrorists?
That's the event that's going to cause a Mexico type fucking reaction here. Is they're going to go and they're going to have a fucking Turning Point event somewhere, and Antifa is going to roll up, and the local cops are going to be fucking protecting Antifa because that's what these blue jurisdictions are. They fucking attack you for your right to self-defense, and they let the fucking aggressors run around doing whatever the fuck they want. And what's going to happen is especially with the Groypers all infiltrating all these TPUSA events, you're going to get a fucking large crowd of fucking right-wing dudes who are like, fuck this and fuck the cops. And then you're dealing with a whole different ball game when the right gets violent. And that's what I keep on telling fucking people, and why I want like us to move in the right direction, because this shit is going to get really, really fucking bad real quick. Like, look at Mexico. Yeah. 2 days ago, it was fine. Now they're fucking ripping down the presidential palace.
So wait, when you say right direction, what do you mean?
Releasing the Epstein files.
Okay.
Stopping the H-1B bullshit. Improving the economy. The Kia factory that they raided with all it was all B1 visas that they ended up hiring. They were like, they had a status. Yeah, they had a B1 visa that you're not supposed to fucking work.
Yeah, the Hyundai.
Right, the Hyundai factory. Yeah. So, and then you sit there and claim you're making all these big deals that are help benefiting the American people, and you're giving all the money to foreigners. The money is foreign. The fucking workers are foreign. It's not helping any Americans. Like,
turns out you can secure the border if you just fly in all the people you want.
Yeah, exactly. Legally, now it's not invasion.
Yeah,
but so that's the thing that I've been really trying to I've been reading about too, just to get an understanding out of basically the bottom line of what makes a state a state, like the government a government, is they have what's called the monopoly on violence, where it's like we are the ones that will fuck you up type. That's the whole point.
Sure.
And it's like, so we're doing this with soft like propaganda, like, oh, now they're terrorists, but it's like, but they're fucking everything up in Portland and Chicago or wherever else, and it's like, it just makes me go like, okay, so who's really in charge then? Who's actually governing?
No, they have the monopoly of violence. The monopoly of violence is that we want these people to do this, so we're not going to, like, you look at like Chicago and Portland and like shit like that, and even the Berkeley event. The local jurisdictions there they have the monopoly of violence, and we're saying that the left can go and fuck you all up and do whatever you want.
That's what I mean. Like, the local government now all of a sudden has, like, I swear this fucking happens, right? The left's in charge, and it's just like federal top down, they dominate. We get in charge, and all of a sudden it's like we respect the left wanting to do fucking the 10th Amendment statism and shit. I'm like,
what's all this we stuff?
I'm sorry, yes, use that very easy. Yeah. But you know what I mean, though? It's like, why? Like, this was the whole lockdown thing in COVID. Well, the 10th Amendment states rights, they can do if they want to. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Dude, but like, this is the entire like NGO scheme just on a violent street level, right? We want to spy on you. We're not doing it. We're having Palantir do it. It's not us, but we have everything from Palantir.
Yeah.
We want to fly in fucking illegal aliens. It ain't us. It's hiatus that's doing it. Like, we're not doing it, but we just gave them all the money to go fucking do it. Like,
it's they're controlled opposition, man. I mean, I think that's what the right is now. I mean, it's just controlled opposition. Like,
I think they're just pussies.
The neocon right is controlled opposition.
How would it look different?
Of control position. But I think as a whole, like the current landscape of conservatives, I won't call them the right.
Sure.
I think it's pussies. They want to conserve. They don't want to like build and be the aggressor and all this kind of thing.
No, the boomers are, dude. But the problem is that you can even they're running like polls, and it's everyone who's 40 or under is like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And the problem is that they're going to run into is they're going to be like, we'll take your house, we'll take your family, this, that, the other thing. They don't have anything, dude.
They don't have a house or family. That's true.
Dude. Like they're like, fuck you. I don't have anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how they held the right in check for years. It's like, hey, you have a 401k and a house and this, that, the other thing. And you sat there like, well, the process works. That argument is not flying with fucking millennials. And the younger you get in the millennial crowd, the less it's flying, and fucking Gen Z. And God knows what the hell Gen Alpha is going to be like. Jesus Christ.
I've been focusing on the millennials specifically because I feel like Gen Z they're already on it. They're in it. They're in it already. They know what's up. The boomers, I think, are already gone. Plus, they're already on their way out. So whatever power they had is already waning. It's our age group that I'm like, I'll argue with them. You know, like I think it's worthwhile to convince them because they still are in the system and they're still operating within the system. Like the Gen Zs, the Zoomers, they're full on Nick Fuentes now. Yeah, they're there. They're there for what you said, Dan. I mean, it's all inescapable. The millennials still have that vestige of what we used to have, like mortgages and families and houses and things to lose.
Grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, grew up in the 90s. They still have this idea in their head that doesn't exist anymore in the real life, in the real world. And I think, the more they get hit with the reality of not releasing the Epstein files, 50-year mortgages, fucking rapid inflation, this quantitative easing they're doing with the Fed, the fucking new fucking Trump checks that he's going to send out or whatever. Like, I don't know, dude.
Not that I love the fourth turning and the Strauss-Howe theory, but according to their math, millennials will be called the hero generation and Gen Z are the artists. There's a more complex like matrices thing, but basically it to me looks like I think it's going to happen. That the whole fourth turning theory, there's a lot of logic rooted in it, and I think it's absolutely going to happen. And that makes me very excited. It's opportunity, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I don't see it going your way though. I mean, I don't see us going the right direction though, Dan.
I don't think America continues as America, but I think Americans will still be American.
Sure.
I think this country's going to redraw its maps.
I'll argue for it, dude, and I'll try to influence people in this, that, the other thing, and in hopes and use every tool available to try it, because it becomes a numbers game. And look at the Overton. We talked about Overton window shift and this, that, the other thing. Like, so you have to, but and it's good to just point, like, that's how you get people. It's like, dude, like the 50-year mortgage thing that you just mentioned, that was a wake-up call to a lot of fucking people.
What was that?
And the fact that, and the Trump is, that's an inexcusable fumble on Trump's part, because he's a real estate guy. He understands mortgages and this, that, the other thing. He knows that a 40-year, well, then we're like 40. He's like 40. What's the difference between 40 and 50? He knows 100% that a 40-year mortgage is like a commercial, high-end real estate fucking thing. It's not what a residential loan is. And like mortgages, the interest percentage goes up higher the longer you take it out. Like, you get a lower interest rate on a 15-year than you do a 30-year, right?
Yeah.
So like the math, bro, like you can literally like in like a minute doing basic math, you can figure out that you're saving like $100 and spending $500,000 to $700,000 more over the term of.
It's great for the banks. Weird. It always works out that way.
So what do you guys think about that? When people still keep saying this right now, who's advising Trump? Who told Trump to say that? I hear those things and I'm like, guys, why are we constantly like just shifting the blame off the guy? Like, if he did it, he fucking did it. Like, I thought this was supposed to be the transparency movement, like the truth teller or whatever thing. Why is that still a thing? Is that just like a lie or a cope? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Dude, especially this is the prime textbook example of where you can use that when someone brings that argument is like Trump's being advised wrong. The 50-year mortgage is the number one thing that you can go and point to.
He's a real estate guy.
Because he knows.
He knows. He's 100%. He deal the shit. They were doing shit. They were going after him on like Russiagate was tied with like Deutsche Bank and like loans. He dealt with loans all the time, bro. It was like fucking daily shit that he dealt with. Like,
so you made this argument to me before we were in my office. We're talking, Dan, and you were like, "No, Trump's pretty plugged in to the, to the everyday person kind of thing."
He was
okay. But he knows enough, because you guys heard that interview that was circling this week with Laura Ingraham about the H-1Bs and the Chinese students and all this. And she was asking him, why is it in America's interest, especially the younger Americans who you're already losing, to bring in 600,000 Chinese students to our universities? And he was arguing it from the business aspect of it. Like, our universities will collapse without this, blah, blah, blah. Why is he arguing to save the universities when in 2016 he was well on board with, these are propaganda factories, these are all the fucking leftist cycles are coming out of these universities? Why would we want to save that? Like, that was the argument he made for the fucking.
Who advised him to say that?
Yeah,
Play the Laura Ingraham clip.
All right.
I gotta use the bathroom anyway about America's got no talent.
Oh yeah, here we go. You guys might not be able to hear the audio, but it's playing. Can you guys hear this or no?
No, not at all.
Okay. So she's asking him, well, we have talent here. And he says, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have it.
That. And that's why I mean, it's like, it'd be one thing if he's stuck with the whole business line being like, hey, we gotta save the system, I guess. But then he argues it this way. And it's just like, this is why that fracture exists, I think. Cause it's like, it's changing. It is totally changing. Cause I'm sorry, man. This is the MAGA movement is exactly what it was in the first term. Seeing it now is the same exact thing as was in the first term. I don't give a shit. It's the same thing. It's honestly, it's more of a economic zone perspective of our country, of our people, our nation. And it's just like, it's inevitable. This is the way it's going to go. I believe him fully when he says these things. Like, I don't think he's lying right there.
No,
I don't think he's even like bought. I think that's his worldview.
Well, when that interview, if you listen to the interview, there's another part of it when he's talking about the tariffs, and he's talking about, it's $20 trillion he's going to make off these. I don't know where the fuck he got that number, which has a couple problems. One, nobody gives a shit about $20 trillion you're making off the tariffs, because how does that help any of us, like short term at all? Like, maybe he can make the argument, hey, what I did is going to be great for your grandchildren. Okay.
I would listen to that.
Yeah.
How long is the 20 trillion over?
Well, he claims he doesn't give a timeline, but it's definitely not like every year we're making 20 trillion. I don't even know if it's a real number.
20 trillion over 10 years. And then you could say at this point, because we're on a $2 trillion deficit, we're bringing in 2 trillion a year so we can cover our deficit. That's how I would explain it. And that way, hey.
But he didn't explain it that way, because I don't think that's true.
I don't think that entire clip right there, the H-1B thing, that's what destroyed Vivek Ramaswamy.
Here, let me just real quick, guys. Can you hear this audio?
People have to learn.
Yeah.
You can't take people.
You can. Let's just finish this real quick.
Unemployment line and say, "I'm going to put you into a factory. We're going to make missiles, or I'm going to."
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
I'll
give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out.
You wanted illegal immigrants. They were raiding it for you, motherfucker.
From South Korea. That made batteries all their lives. Making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
All right. That's horseshit.
Right. It's horseshit for 10,000 reasons. B1 business visa, right? Not supposed to work. But you say you're there, you're bringing over there to train. You would bring them over to train people on how to fucking build the batteries. And it's not like these people are building batteries by
you couldn't do it, Dan. Have you ever looked at the H-1B like list of jobs, like cashier, hotel manager? That's just beyond. When you walk into a hotel, you have no idea.
DeSantis posted one because everyone got on the H-1B list and was like 7-Eleven. He's like, obviously America has a shortage of 7-Eleven clerks, and they're paying like $25,000 a year. Yeah, it's like, get out of there. You want slave labor?
Yeah, you need specialized training for that.
Yeah,
yeah, it's complete horseshit. And then he's saying, "Oh, these countries come and invest $10 billion. So who gives a shit?" Like, it's America. It's about America. Like this, these countries are investing 10 billion and then employing it with their people. And then he, in a different part of that interview, he talks about, we're going to bring these people in. They're going to train America up over a certain number of years, and then they'll go back. It's like, these people were here illegally. What makes you think they're going to go back?
No, they were there legally. They were on B1 visas. That's what
they were working. They were here illegally, is what I'm saying.
They were working illegally.
They came here illegally, but they violated their status.
Right. Yeah. Let's be clear on
Sure.
Like, that's the entire fucking thing. And that's immigration enforcement, right? That's how you protect your economy, protect your workers. And we're not getting that out of either party right now.
Well, he doesn't want that.
Yeah. Does anybody believe the idea of they'll train and then go away? It's like, okay, like when Obama saved and created jobs, or when truckers had to go learn to code. It's like these will become more of the forgotten men that evidently have stayed forgotten. And this was the American Carnage speech inauguration, in 2017. Like, it's just it's sad to see it, but it's like, it's exactly what it's been since probably like March, April of 2017. It's the same thing. It's
just another who said it, Reagan or Nixon. One of them was like, there's nothing so nothing so permanent as a temporary government program. This would just be another government program that's temporary. Exactly. Well, they're going to be here for a few years.
And I will say this too, though. Like, I don't hate Trump. I don't. I think he is exactly who he is. And the most pressing part of that is, like, 2016, he was absolutely the right man for the job, 100%. 2020 changed everything, and it's like, that's when we kind of needed the strong man at that point in time. And
he did not rise up to the moment.
Remind people of what 2020 was. Do you remember?
Dude, we should all get thrown our takes there. I was in Northern Virginia. Like, it was fucking bad out there, man.
Sure.
And like, it wasn't as bad as DC, but it's like, I mean, the school shutting down. The schools in Virginia shut down up until the very end of the school year for 2021, like into 2022. Like, the suicide rate for teens, like, fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah.
The math, the science scores, the reading scores plummeted. My fiance at the time, her daughter, she already kind of had like a slower ability to speak, just like or whatever. She got set back by 3 or 4 years just because she was out of school for a year. It's like she couldn't see people talk and miss the development of kids. I mean, the fucking economy, picking the winners and losers of who gets to survive or not. It's like then the riots, the fires, the destruction. And it's just like,
so Trump's part of all of that. He kept Fauci the whole time. He didn't
can't believe that.
Push back against the lockdowns. He oversaw the $6 trillion of liquidity they pushed in the market. Remember, everyone got stimmy checks. He even put his name on them. It was important to him. People forget. Like, this is not that long ago, guys. We got to fucking remember. Like, he oversaw.
Out per person, I know. And so this is not, by the way, even the PPP loans.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
I knew one chick. She was a divorce. I fucking hate this broad. She was a divorce lawyer. And she made record profits that year because, everyone's getting fucking divorced. And she still got like 90 grand, just totally forgiven in PPP loans.
Sure.
She was happy about it. And I'm like, our country's going to fall apart, you dumb bitch.
This is because people do not give a shit about the country because they don't view the country as themselves. And this is like part of the greater issue that America has. Like, we've lost the national identity. We don't have a stake. When people's like, one of the problems with Rome, I think Elon said it, or was it Elon, or maybe it was the Roman helmet guy. Someone said it in that thread that you posted, Dan, was the Romans stopped dying for Rome. We're being willing to die for Rome. And we're well past that. Like, nobody gives a shit about America at all. Like, to where you tell them, like, hey, bringing in all these H-1Bs, this unstopped, unfettered immigration, the browning of America, whatever you want to call it, is destroying the country. And they're like, if you own a business, like, oh no, it's been great for me. No, motherfucker, because it's great for you as an individual. It's not great for the collective. And people don't give a shit about that anymore.
I'm paying $14 for a burrito, sir.
Oh, they think that's unrelated. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're so economically illiterate, they can't see big picture. They can only take this myopic view of their own life and the places where they're doing good.
Well, I think a lot of it too is, especially with the thing is people have given up on trying to for the betterment of the greater good. The country, millennials, if they have any sort of cash or business. Boomers they were the pioneers of that shit, and they're just basically like, I'm gonna do me, and so they don't care. Like,
do me,
yeah.
They have no stake. There's no stake anymore, right?
And
like you said, no families, no businesses, no income, no whatever. They have no stake in the country anymore. You know, they don't remember. We none of us remember our ancestors at all. Like we're taught to just get rid of that shit. We don't. Look, oh, my great grandfather fought in the war or whatever. Like, fuck, half the people aren't even fucking from here anymore. Didn't you post something where it was like 150,000 out of a town of 900,000 people?
That's Charlotte. That's Charlotte, North Carolina.
What the fuck, man?
Right.
Like,
and that's why I knew that Mondami was going to win. 45.
Those are official numbers, Aaron. Charlotte, North Carolina, 150. This is DHS put this out. 150,000 of the residents in it at a 900,000 community, born.
15%.
They have no stake in the country. They do not care. Like
I flew into Charlotte back in the summertime for a work thing, and I had to call a friend. I'm like, dude, like you have, like it's just fucking Indians and Africans everywhere.
I'm getting worked up.
And here's the funny part too. So this is where it's like, you know, there's a thing here. So I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan 3 times each, both times, right? 6 total deployments. And I will say this. And maybe it's all, we all smell it out there, right? But there's a fucking thing about that smell, okay? Like there is, and you if you've been there, it's like you know it, right? I was on a flight going from.
Well, I can pick out, dude. I'll tell you this right now. I can pick out an Americanized, like a Indian dude who's lived here for his entire life. Like his family is like what's the guy on Andrew Schultz's podcast?
His wife just blew him up. Yeah.
He's Singh, I think his last name is. Yeah. But like normal American, like Indian dudes have been here forever compared to like Indian dudes who have just moved here. I actually had to deal with one last night, and as soon as I dealt with one, I was like, you're from India.
So I'm on the flight, right? I'm sitting aisle. It's my, travel sucks. And this dude, she was like fully like garbage, the black trash bag over the burqa, it was called. Yeah. And
like a ninja.
But I was nice, like, got them all ready, moved something around for them. They had a kid. And the dude sat down, and I was just like, fuck. It wafted right in my face.
Yeah. Take you back.
Dude, seriously. And I was just like, fuck, man. Like, I've been there before. And like 20 minutes in the flight, they come around with the drinks, and he was whatever. And I was like, I kind of like, hey, they're giving water, I was like, oh, thanks, man. He spoke like completely normal English, like Americanized English. Yeah. And that's when I was just like, fuck, man. This is bad. Yeah.
And people, I mean, that's
sorry.
Go ahead.
You see the fucking FedEx, not laughing at the FedEx airplane that crashed, but it's like, the person that filmed it was speaking like Spanish. Yeah. Now it's like no matter what you see, like some kind of crazy event, it's like there's foreigners in the background walking around.
Dude, but that's how I knew Mondami was going to win. Over 45% in New York City is foreign born. 25% in New York City doesn't even speak English. When you go get a driver's license, which they'll hand out to illegal aliens, you're registered to vote. I was like, he's going to win. I was like, it's a foreign occupied city. I was like, we have a few of these. Minneapolis, Dearborn. We have a few of these fucking already. Now it's hit an iconic American city. Now it's hit an iconic American city where you now have a foreign occupied city on American soil.
Well, here's something you guys won't want to talk about is what about the part of the domestic native population that is voting for those people? Largely, we call them awful women. Yeah, women, white liberal women. I mean, like they overwhelmingly, I think it was like 85% of them voted in the Mamdani thing for him. I'm not big on anybody voting, but it seems like repealing the 19th might be, I bring it up a lot, could solve a big chunk of problems. It's just one aspect, but
I think the entire constitution should be suspended.
That's why I don't harp on it so much. But when I see those stats, I'm like, God damn it, you fucking idiots, man! Just suicidal, empathetic.
I posted up a comedian, and he was like, because the Seattle mayor is like a 43-year-old Democratic female socialist. and he's like, "Oh, I love it. I donated to her campaign." He's like, "You want it?" He's like, "White women, you want to vote for Islamic communism? Have at it. Have at it. All yours, girl. You go, girl."
I mean,
you go, girl. Dude, I literally, bro, dude, like, if I was like just wandering around and I see some like liberal, like leftist, like woman getting like attacked by like a fucking third worlder that like they argued, like the Jewish lady that was worked for hiatus, they got firebombed in Denver.
Yeah.
By the Egyptian fucking illegal.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like,
yep.
When you fucked around and now you found out, like
I'm checking Twitter right now off screen. I just saw this one flash up. 48 mosques have opened up in Texas in the past 2 years.
No.
And that doesn't include like the Hindu statues they're doing and everything
sure.
else. It's like, that's fucking Texas.
The Hindu statues are, dude, and I think a part of the whole entire thing is the American left and right, especially Gen Z, is pretty much like the anti-Israel sentiment is forming a coalition. So they need new voting bases. And the Muslims are on the left. They are not leftist. They're actually like,
pretty conservative. Yeah.
Right. But what they do is like the police don't get to go into their communities and like go check the rate of domestic violence in the Muslim communities. It's shockingly low.
Yeah.
Right.
They beat the shit out of you.
Shockingly low. Yeah. Like, so they're importing the Indians to have a right wing and then giving them like small business loans and shit like that, so that they're tied in with like, oh, we'll lower your taxes, more money for you, buddy. And they just think it's an economic zone. So they're going to vote right. Plus they hate the Muslims. So, that's my big grand conspiracy. Like Alex Jones, I'm sure that Alex Jones in 20 years will have a paper where it laid out that exact. Yeah. Dude, they literally think it's a stew. They think it's a stew. It's like a dash of India, a dash of Iraq. Here you go. Oh, we got too much Iraq. We put too much Iraq in the soup. We need some more fucking curry in the soup. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Hey, let's check in on the State of the Republic. U.S. envoy to the UN, Michael Waltz, and rap superstar Nicki Minaj will deliver remarks early this week on the persecution of Christians in Nigeria.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, dude, the Nigeria thing. Remember, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago? Nigeria booted us out. And the Russian and American service members were like, there were chicks and dudes dancing together. That's why the Nigerian Christian thing is popping up on the radar. Yeah. That's the excuse. Because, dude, we just had the fucking leader of ISIS, as we did the one podcast on
say his name. Say his name. Jelani.
Jelani was just the day before Veterans Day at the White House. He had a $10 million budget.
Dude. That was the birthday.
Marine Corps birthday. He's fucking there in the White House. So you can sit there and spew all this shit that you're protecting Christians and this, that, the other thing. You literally built, funded, and trained an entire army of Muslim extremists in the Middle East that have been whipping and whomping on fucking Christians all over the Middle East for the last 15 years.
I know.
Yeah. And look, you don't want to kill him. That's one thing. But why are you going to fucking invite him over? Why are you going to shake his hand? Why are you going to have, what's his face? That general that was like asking him if he slept well or whatever. And this fucking, that's fucking treason. Yeah, that's treason, bro. You should look at it. Who is that fucking?
Bro, it's not treason to them because they funded him the entire time.
Yeah, well, that's treason. So Trump treason, Obama treason, Bush treason. It's all fucking treason. That's what I'm saying. Like these, like JJ's talking about. Oh, we got him over this January 6th shit. It's like, they believe that. 1,000%, 1,000. He knows who I'm talking about. There are real people who believe this. It's all unraveling. It's all going down. We're going to get them for treason or whatever. It's like you got traitors trying to catch traitors doing treason. It's nonsense. It's all fucking nonsense.
Yeah, the FBI, dude. Look, the FBI, like the Blaze, that reporter Steve Baker, they threw him in jail for some bullshit charge.
Leg iron,
J6,
iron too.
Yeah, and then that's right. Leg ironed him, and he broke the J6 pipe bomber. Is like was the Capitol Police female officer that was the
she's
first
a CIA agent now,
and now she's CIA operative.
She's a guard at CIA.
Guard. Yeah.
Too much credit.
Okay, is that what she's doing? She's a guard at the CIA now.
Yeah. So basically, the understanding is.
It was David Petraeus. Excuse me, David Petraeus asked Jelani if he slept well at night. He was doing an interview. David Petraeus. Pretty fucking crazy interview.
In 2006, the Democrats were like, "General betray us," and now it's 2025, and we're like,
straight up,
"General betray us,"
Yeah.
So the story is the understanding is she did, by the way, go to CIA to become a guard. But it's like, yeah, that's what you do with those people. It's like, go tuck them away. No one's gonna just go right out for your 20 years, get your commission.
Sir Vig. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, like the FBI has done nothing on that. In fact, they won't even talk about it.
And Fox they won't, Dan.
Fox News I haven't seen anything on Fox News about like that. Right? It's just like
no, they found that one dude because of his fucking ears, right? Like they found one guy because of his ears, but they have like
they had her on camera going this, that, thing. I couldn't find her for years, dude. Years. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing though. It's like because I asked a friend about this. I'm like, help me understand the significance of the J6, pipe or the J5, J6 python, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like it wasn't the catalyst, but it's like it just fully wraps up the entirety of the event. How it was cooked,
orchestrated.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, and it's
they say that was the fail safe in case they couldn't provoke the crowd into storming the Capitol. That they were going to claim that there was an explosive device, and that would let them put the emergency powers. They put Congress under emergency. So that was like the backup plan. So this is what I've been
because the device. There's one or two.
It was like a training.
It was training.
It was a training.
And apparently, when they put it down, it wouldn't have worked, and all those things. Yeah. But it's just like. We're mid-November, man, and it's like, and we have to deal with like, well, do you just, are you anti-Semitic and this is that? It's just like, I can't even get the shit we voted for. Then it's like you say it out loud, and it's like, I'm the retard.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah.
Well,
well, I mean, it's weird that Fuentes is getting more popular. I mean. I think people are starting to slowly come around to that. Like this is.
It ain't slow, bro. It's not slow. It's hit the fucking downhill fucking portion of it. We're no longer climbing uphill. It's hit the downhill portion.
Maybe it's because we've been here for 2 decades.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, I keep on saying it's like people used to be like, you're radical, this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, I'm now the moderate.
Yeah. You're the one talking about the way we should be going.
Yeah. I'm the moderate, dude. Like you don't I see that meme is like you people have no idea what is coming and you should be terrified. I'm the one telling you that. I'm telling you right now, you think I'm crazy. Like, well, you've been saying that I'm nuts for 20 years since Ron Paul 2008.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you now, I'm the moderate. The fucking other people are way worse and you should be terrified. But I got to roll, guys. I got to take off. So,
all right, man.
Talk to you guys later, man.
Later, bro.
So what do you think is going to happen then? Like, I know this fracture exists, right? So like, what comes next then? Because to me, it's like, if this thing sustains itself, and I think it will, I think in order to make, put it this way, I think the 2026 election is going to be the big benchmark, right? Sure. And I think the America First movement, the Groypers, et cetera, they will cause a lot of impact by not voting and by encouraging those to not vote. And it's like, I think we'll get that plus 45 seats, or a seat swing. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so if that's the worry, if that's the likely course of action, how do you, stop that? And it's like, I don't think you can.
I think it's
to deliver on promises while stopping the things that we don't want you to do. And it's
we already covered what they would need to do. The Epstein stuff, they'd have to start getting this fucking mass deportations. They would have to start actually prosecuting people that need to be prosecuted. Like all the people that these boomers. And maybe executing them on TV. I don't know, whatever. Like there would have to be something that, like what Dan said, he's right. I think in his analysis of what they would need to do. I just see zero indicator, will, motivation, any steps in that direction, none of that. So what I think will happen is we're just going to get this lame duck president who's going to do a few good things, really fucking stupid shit or terrible stuff. And then this little under bubbling is going to keep bubbling up. And then eventually, I think someone really radical is going to get to the forefront, who is an actual radical, maybe a nationalist of some sort. And if the right nationalist doesn't pop up, the left nationalist will take over.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that'll happen. And then, I mean, that's kind of just the way I think it's going, dude. I don't see it. No, it's not pulling back. Like there's no one's, I don't think anybody has any interest, no any real interest. And like you said, I don't think you can even pull it back now if you wanted to. Like big change is coming, and I think relatively quickly. As far as there's going to be much more violence. I mean, I saw Charlie Kirk. I was watching it live when his jugular got blown out or whatever by a 30-06, allegedly. And that's just. I mean, that shit just happened. So it's going to keep going that way.
So are you familiar with the anthem of the Nazi Party of Germany, 1930s? Do you know the name of that song? Their anthem?
I know the German marching song, the Erika song. Which let me see the German.
That's German military. This was the Nazi Party's their song. The National Democratic Socialist, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Their song was called the Horst. It's called Horst Wessel. And it looks like Lied, so it's like Lied or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you translate it as Horst Wessel song. Do you know who Horst Wessel was?
No.
So he was basically kind of like a red pilling kind of guy. I think he was a brown shirt, but he was, doing speeches, whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
He got killed by a communist. And so then the Nazis, their song ended up, is called the Horst Wessel song. And when you actually read the lyrics, it's actually I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very inspiring song, the harmony of it, the melody, but the lyrics themselves, it's man, that's rhyming a little bit with some modern day actions right now.
Sure. Yeah, they say history repeats itself. I think it just rhymes. And I think there's a lot of parallels to what happened in Weimar Germany. There's quite a few.
Crazy. But yeah, so I can't see it slowing down. I really can't. Because it's when you look at the left, it's dude, they're embracing foreign blood and soil nationalists. It's the only response you're going to get to defeat that is going to be blood and soil nationalism. I just don't see the Constitution prevailing or conservatism ever winning ever, let alone this kind of thing.
Well, you have the Republicans now saying the Democratic Party's in tatters. They're gone. It's no, I mean,
maybe the original Democratic Party, but the current structure that's Democratic Party,
sure.
The thing that's still there is,
and you're doing everything to give them more power. Every time you renege on something you said you were going to do, every time you let them fuck you up over process in the judicial system, every time you try to push this woke right narrative or whatever, you're giving them fucking power. You're ensuring that they'll come back. And
I don't see that side, by the way, dying down. The Marcos fans, the Shapiros, I don't see them. I don't know, doing the thing that has to get done to be whoa, hold on, we better look at this strategically, and we want to make sure. I think they'll double down and dig in.
Yeah, I think that's all the evidence they've shown so far is just doubling down, digging in. You're anti-Semitic. You were never really Trump. You hate the right. You're not a conservative. Blah blah blah. If you don't like this, you can get out or whatever. They're doing everything wrong. If their goal was to create a cohesive movement, I just don't think that's what's happening anymore.
No, the Big Tent definitely.
It's gone. Yeah,
it's gone.
They shattered it, and they're going to keep shattering it. I mean, we're only 1 year into his second term. Dude, I get on. I argue with the cat turds, the DC Dranos, all these Con Inc. people. I like to argue. I get on there with their followers. I know they're operators or whatever. They're political operatives, but the people in there are still, some of them are real people. And it's constant. Dude, those people are so wrong. They don't see what's coming. And anyone who's been in combat sports or a fight, it's the blow you don't see that's the most devastating.
You think what is so bad about them?
About who the DC Dranos?
Yeah, the people you're talking to. What?
Well,
they're them so dense.
What makes them so dense? I think it's probably the content they consume. They've been right because, like you said, the energy from 2015, 2016, the drain the swamp energy is the correct, it's the correct thing. They're just not able to see that the thing that unfolded is not that. Trump is not draining the swamp, right? He's not here.
How did they not see this though?
Because they'll for every one of these things that we brought up tonight, they'll bring up, look at the Abraham Accords, look at the peace in the Middle East, look at not
America.
That's the other thing. They are soft globalists, like, because like I said, what Trump was saying about the tariffs, he's like, you know, the world is as the US goes, so goes the rest of the world, and all this stuff. Just that statement and that mindset shows that you give a shit about all of them. You know what I mean? Like at least on the same level as America, where the America First sentiment, I think that's why there's a clear distinction, right? Make America Great Again and America First. Those are not the same things. Very different things. Because making America great again could be you sell a bunch of shit off to China and we make a bunch of money off that, and that's good for America. Yeah, but it's not putting America first, because honestly, Aaron, most people could not tell you what America is. I don't think. I mean, maybe they'll say things like
candidate from Ohio. It's an idea.
What's that? It's an idea.
Yeah, it's the GOP candidate from Ohio. It's an idea.
Oh yeah, it's an idea. Yeah, it's an idea. It's not the people here. It's Yeah, or they'll say it is the idea that all of us collectively, all from different faiths and backgrounds and demographics and all this stuff, come together to try to create this cohesive society and be the light and shining beacon of the world, of bastion of freedom and all this shit. It's fucking fairy tales and nonsense. Like, that's one that's not even true. But well, go ahead.
This is kind of funny. So, all right. So right now, this tweet, and I asked people to retweet it, and they did. It's my poll. Who defines success for MAGA?
Oh, I commented on it, or I voted.
And the four options are President Trump, American people, Trump's admin, or somebody else.
Yeah.
I believe it's President Trump. It's a political movement. It's his movement. He drives it, he defines it, etc. But right now, 77% say the American people. Which is, it is kind of nice, because it's like, okay, at least they're willing to break from the idea of like a cult personality. Cool.
Sure.
But it's also like, but I think they're wrong. It's like, guys.
Yeah, they're wrong. You're objectively wrong.
Yeah. It's like, but a few people have said it, and it's like, it's like, okay, like this is helping me out a lot. But it's got 9.8 thousand views, over 1,000 votes. That's a better than 10% response rate.
Sure.
Like, that's telling me quite a bit, though. Anyway,
so people, this is what I tried to say in the early podcast episodes, was the American idea that this is a place of the people, for the people, by the people. I get why that would resonate with you, but you have to come to terms at some point that it is not true. It can be true if we're willing to do certain things, but at the current iteration, or things that what's happening right now, it is not the people that are running anything at all, let alone MAGA. Definitely not MAGA, because the people overwhelmingly want the Epstein files released. That's a bipartisan issue. That is the plurality of people, but you don't get that.
But even the people don't want to engage though either. Like the government of the people, by the people, for the people, they don't actually do anything for like federal rule changes. Like, hey guys, let's do a campaign and like stop this rule change by this, executive, administrative, whatever. No one believes our senators actually listen to us, or representatives, so we don't lobby those efforts. Like, we have besides, it's like Twitter. It's fucking Twitter and Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously there's local politics, but it's like, that's not what the Constitution was. The Constitution was the federal government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it's just like, no one believes in it anymore, but it's like, I swear it's inertia.
So I think they believe in Trump. I think those people believe in Trump still. Right now, to this day, because there are good things you can point to, like the censorship, essentially, that's kind of gone by the wayside.
He has started the whole thing. I agree.
Sure. So they're clinging on to that, like that's the first light of hope they've had in their whole lives, probably, when it comes to a politician. It's kind of, the hope is blinding them from the reality, maybe.
You think they're scared?
That he might not be the thing they think he is?
No, I don't. Of what if the grippers are correct? What if America? The real thing? Like, no, we do need We do need fascism. We do need a right-wing benevolent dictator.
Well, all the propaganda has told you that that's bad.
Right.
All the propaganda you were raised with, the American ideals. We fought a war to overthrow a tyrant, a dictator, the King George.
Even that's wrong, by the way. Apparently, so I
agree.
I read into this. The Parliament was the primary antagonist of that whole entire thing.
Sure.
That became about because of Cromwell's civil war, in which they won because a lot of foreign money from Holland
Sure.
Like basically won the war, and then that usurped power to Parliament, and then they started fucking running wild.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's been getting worse.
Well, if you read back into those people, I mean, a lot of the founding fathers, the people that were running this place as the colonies for the king, a lot of them were the same people that ran it after. I mean, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I think that's probably more accurate, that they just kind of went buck wild once the little reins were off from the overseas. But yeah, but that's all part of the propaganda that we all live through, that like it would be very un-American in most people's views to get on board with what you're saying as far as like a strong dictator type personality, which is funny because you did say Trump did say that he was going to be that, day one. Yeah, but I agree with you that is what is needed. But it is against the perceived American spirit to go along with that or to support that, I think. And I think
but look at those great Americans. Like George Washington was acting like a fascist when he was the general of the Continental Army. It's like,
sure.
I don't know, man. Like, but to me, the hard part too, though, is like, I understand the whole thing about like people not, that's not America. What are you, a fucking leftist?
Yeah.
And it's like, didn't you guys experience 2020? Like we had a brief moment of what it looks like, guys. Like,
yeah,
we need this to fucking happen. Otherwise, like that's what it's going to be. And I just don't get it, man.
Well, look how many people acquiesced when that happened. I mean, a lot of people
don't get it.
Even the right-wing Christians, that were like, oh no, the government's not going to tell me not to go to church. Turns out they will, and you won't.
Just shut down churches in an election year, and like nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Fucking election. Yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah. So until you risk something in front of me, I don't believe you. Just because I was told by thousands of people, like it cost me and Dan something to say no to that vaccine. It cost us. It fucking cost us. It was very fucking stressful, but I don't give a shit because I believed it. And Dan was saying, they put a warrant out for this Border Patrol agent's arrest in Chicago. We were talking about it in the group chat. Yeah. So they put a warrant out for him, and Dan was like, "Nah, he's not. No, I'm not letting him get arrested." And that's what it would take. It really is going to come down to who believes what more. And I believe in all the shit that I'm saying. I fucking believe it, and to the point where I'm willing to die for it. You're willing to get fired from your job for what you think is right. Like, so was I. So was Dan. So like people like that's why you guys all resonate with me, is because I know. Well, even if we don't agree on everything, I know you believe what you say and what you believe. You know what I mean? Most people, I think, don't actually believe anything. Not really, God or otherwise. Like, oh, I'm a Christian. Then you look how they live. Or I'm a Muslim. Look how they live. And then, or hey, I believe in the Second Amendment. Like, then why are you afraid to put a stock on that SBR? What do you believe? Because your actions always speak louder than your words. Always, to me. And COVID, like 2020, that showed me who everybody is. Like everyone, 20% of us really believe it. The rest of the 80%, they won't go to church if the governor says you can't.
That was the most surreal time in my life, I think.
Sure.
It's just like and that's what took me from atheist to Christian, the whole thing. It's just like, man, like there are so many lies like throughout this world. And I was just like, fuck, man. And this isn't the whole, like, I wasn't like believing the news back then, but it seems like you're saying it's like, oh man, try that in a small town. It's like, yeah, they fucking did.
They did. Turns out it's bullshit.
Don't mess with Texas. Yeah. Like you guys are the worst state for fucking the invasion. You're building Hindu statues. Like they have fucked with you guys hard. Nothing about it.
Yeah. So when someone's saying some shit and it costs them something, I always listen, whether they're fucking left-wing psychos or right-wing fascists or whoever they are. If they're saying it and they're paying a cost for it, I'm really listening to it because that's somebody who believes. And that's all. I'm trying to win these arguments one person at a time. Like, what your principles matter, your beliefs matter. Beliefs inform actions. So what do you believe? Why do you believe it? Do you care if it's true or not? And apply that to God, apply it to the state, apply it to whatever political ideology you have. You have to ask yourself those three questions. What do I believe? Why do I believe it? Do I care if it's true or not? And if you can answer those three questions, I mean, that'll tell you a lot about yourself.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, it really matters. And then if you corner Ben, that's why Ben Shapiro or any of these fucking right-wing people will never debate. They won't debate Nick Fuentes because Nick Fuentes believes it.
Yeah. And at this point now, they're terrified of the whole of like the audience, because it's like any more platforming, it's going to get, they'll freak out about whatever else. But it's like if there's a mano, it's like he's going to destroy whoever's.
He will eat you, dude. He
will heal off so much.
Yeah, all of it goes away. And if you watch those people, Ben Shapiro, any of these big right-wing influencers, whenever they do debates, like they need a computer, they need their phone because they're in Discords, they're in Slacks, they're in these chats, and people will be arguing with them, and they'll be looking at, you're not actually debating that person, you're debating like 50 people in their fucking group, and they're reading it as they're talking or whatever. But like someone like Dave Smith, someone like Nick Fuentes, they actually know what they're talking about and believe what they're talking about. So they can show up in a room with you one-on-one and fucking eat your lunch because they're real. And I think most people are not real. They're just not real. They're fabrications. They're fronts.
Americans need to be led. They're like every other in the world.
I used to be against that, libertarian and anarchist, but I agree that hierarchies form. I just think the hierarchies we have now are so unnatural. Like I believe in elites, but elites should be elite. Like they shouldn't be with these people we have today. Like Nancy Pelosi, like this is not one I could kill her with my bare hands. That's always my first, like, can I kill this person with my bare hands? I don't know. That's just like an old primal thing inside me or whatever. Like, dude, I was in family court. Never mind. I can't say this. I shouldn't say this. Yeah. Anyway. Intellectually, this is a stupid person. So why should I listen to this person about anything about how I should govern my life? They can't, or they're fat. You can't govern your own life. What makes you, like, I don't respect you, like as an elite, like Elon Musk is an elite in his right. Like that's a person I respect for what he does. But I don't find that like a Lindsey Graham, a Ted Cruz, these people, these are not leaders. They're not. Trump, I don't even know if he has these attributes exactly. I mean, he's a great marketer, I guess.
I think he did for the time that he was in, but it's a different time.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing to me still is like, if I saw a different approach, if I saw a focus on personnel, I would have been way different. But it's like the moment Charlie Kirk got assassinated, like I wanted goon squads kicking in doors of known leftists. And I'm talking like across the country, not just in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Like there should have been just like, okay, the Enabling Act, let's fucking go. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, man, it's not going to happen.
But you didn't see it.
It didn't happen.
So either because that doesn't exist yet, but I think it will, or that was not enough, which I think if COVID happened again, like something like COVID, like where they're locking down, I mean, this is still recent in at least my mind and your mind. The response I think would be a little different. Like,
I think we see dead officials at that point, like local small ones, you know what I mean? But it's like,
sure,
we would start seeing some really weird like violence.
Yeah. I mean, it would come down, it's already coming down kind of to a clash between the federal and the state, on a small level. But I think what Dan was saying, where it's the population versus the state is going to be the actual, like, catalyst event.
Did you my name?
What? No, that is your name. Aaron. Yes. Yeah. I told Dan I was going to do that, and I'll see if you'd notice. You noticed right at the end.
Sorry, I had to make it
off. But yeah, dude. So that's where I see things going. The right is eating itself right now, because I think there's one side that is actually principle based, and there's one side that is, maybe you can call it populist based, but it's not.
Yeah, but I think the good side's growing though. I'm actually very hopeful.
Me too.
In the future, it's just like, I just don't think America is going to have the same boundaries. I really do think that's going to change. I just don't know what it's going to look like. Maybe we have city states again. And it's like, fuck it, let's do it. City states, whatever.
Balkanization is a path forward. Yeah, right. I think it is. It's probably the most peaceful, realistic path forward that I can see right now, is balkanizing into groups of like-minded populations. Because right now, this giant thing that we have, this amorphous blob that is, one part wants to import 1 million people from all over the world, and one part wants it to be homogenous. Those are mutually exclusive. Somebody has to win. So who's going to win? I mean, it's hard to say right now, but I know what I believe, and I know what I'm willing to do for what I believe.
Yeah.
So I think that's who wins. Like you saw it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the my take there is like I think balkanization would be the least violent up until the part where it's like, okay, cool, but now I do want my fucking country back. So now that we've settled, we've ready. 5 years later, let's go invade Chicago. Let's go invade New York City.
Well, the Republicans are still trying to use words. I think we're past words. Charlie Kirk showed us we're past words. Like
that's what I hate about it, because I didn't like Charlie Kirk, but it's like he did not need to fucking die over it.
No, he was a moderate. He was the most moderate.
And again, that's why I'm just like, we've maxed out that road.
Yeah,
So,
well, there's only one more road to go after that. Once words stop flying, something else starts flying. Like that's just what that is. I mean, everyone likes to pretend we're civilized and we live in a civilized place, but you'll see what that looks like.
That's like people that still say, go touch grass. I'm like, when have you ever gone to Chicago and touched grass? It's pretty fucking bad.
Good luck.
Not too long ago. It's like it's bad. Go to DC. The National Guard was there. Yeah, and then like now there's a fucking 30 teenagers, running buck wild, like fucking shoving over National Guard. It's like, guys, it's just ain't gonna happen. It's not.
That's the internet. Those videos look like they took place in real life, 3D space.
Seriously, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, it really is that, and I think that gives them comfort because it's them burying their head in the sand, right? Like, it's happening over there.
Yeah,
I don't have to deal with it. But eventually, what's coming is going to be everywhere. I mean, inflation is everywhere.
Yeah.
Political strife is everywhere. So political violence is going to be everywhere, and then you won't be able to just be, in Martha's Vineyard, fucking, or whatever,
or my own like backyard. That's why I'm going to Sarajevo. By the way, I'm going to Sarajevo in like 10 days or almost 2 weeks now.
Okay.
I love the Balkans. I do.
Sure. Great women,
and they're cool too. But I'm going to Bosnia specifically because like I've actually looked into it. I went to Serbia a few years ago. I fucking loved it. But Bosnia, besides its great food, it's the craziest thing. So they've got 3 presidents in that country, and then there's a president over them who's not Bosnian. So you've got
a triumvirate.
You got a Bosniak, you've got the Republic of Srpska, and then like a Croat Catholic president. So you have these 3 presidents, but not one of them are the actual president of the country. What's over them is like a EU commissioned, like whatever. Right now, some German guy, and that's the actual leader of Bosnia. So it's like, that's why I'm going there, is the kind of, and by the way, it's not going to last. This was like Yugoslavia, and they're like, wow, ethnic tension. Now it's like, hey, but now you guys got Bosnia, and it's like, they're like, yeah, no, we're going to do fucking ethnic tension, guys.
Yeah. Ethnic cleansing usually follows. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why I want to go there, is that like to actually get a feel for like, what is just like there for culture, for society. Sure. Like, how do you guys live together? How do you guys do this? Oh, you fucking hate each other. Oh, that's why you go to war every 20 years.
Yeah. Well, you remember in Rome, right? Caesar. So Pompey, Caesar. Who's the third dude? There's a third one.
Sulla was the initiator, wasn't he?
He was the initiator, but they formed a triumvirate. So basically, they controlled the 3 different armies, is what it essentially was. But so I'm assuming that's what's happening in Bosnia, is that those 3 presidents control those 3 factions, right? Like those groups of people.
Yeah, but those factions don't like each other.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm sure the EU figurehead is probably a figurehead, and the actual power lies within those 3. And then whoever, clearly one of them is not more dominant than the other 2, or they're afraid.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
So one of the presidents actually has an arrest warrant out for him. Mm-hmm. If he ever leaves the Republic of Srpska. That's I forgot his name now. Dodic is the Serbian president, but I forgot who the actual guy for Srpska is.
They're Muslims, right?
What's up?
They're Muslims, the Serbs?
No, Srpska are Serbs. So they're Orthodox Christians. And they are very like into it still. The Croats are Catholics. It's the Bosniaks that are Muslims.
Okay.
But yeah, the Republic of Srpska president has a arrest warrant out for him. If he leaves Srpska, like he'll get arrested. And like they want to join Serbia again. Like there's still a grander, like Serbs want Kosovo back because it is, Kosovo, Serbia.
Sure.
So it's like it doesn't go away. And that's the way I see this going to happen. Now that could also be, by the way, the Southwest for America. Like there could be a Mexican thing with like California, and it's just like, fuck, man, I think it's gonna happen.
All the pieces are there, dude. It's just who's going to come out on top, what's going to be the catalyzing event. But I think we both probably agree that's where it's going. I mean, it's headed that way right now by all evidence. You know, it doesn't matter what I'd like to be true or what Dan thinks is better. I just think I'm just looking at the pieces and they're falling one direction.
Yeah.
And no one is doing anything to pull anything back. If anything, they're pushing them that way. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So just to end this thing, I think the MAGA coalition is done, regardless of what the Conning, Ben Shapiro's, Mark Levine say, or Trump says himself. I think the coalition is done. I think midterms are going to be the hit in the face. Like I always describe it as reality is like you're in a boat going down the river, and reality are the rocks in the river. Whether you see the rocks or not, they're going to sink your boat. They're going to sink your boat. So, and that's where we'll be sitting there off on the shore, like. Yeah, I mean, we told you the rocks were there. I don't know. You know, you guys said you guys get to decide what the rocks are, but that's not true. The rocks are the rocks, and the rocks can't not be the rocks. It's the law of identity.
I don't get the that reaction though, because like now the thing is like MAGA's not dead; it's stronger than ever. Diamond hands, MAGA kind of stuff.
Sure, but
like. Why not even address it first yet? Why not? Like, I get it for the Levins types, like they're new whatever, but like you're like Posobics. It's like, I understand you want to have it together and that you're going to push it, whatever. But it's like, but why not at least like touch it and be like, why are people saying it's dead?
Well, because
why are they like at least address it and then like you can get more out of it maybe.
Well, Trump did. I don't know if you saw Trump's tweet. He said, if you know, we don't need you anyway, that kind of thing, something to that effect. You know, so he's not unaware that there is this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in the group chat.
Okay.
He had this big long tirade, and toward the bottom, it's like, you know, it's him basically saying, yeah, you guys aren't real MAGA. We don't need you anyway. The movement is whatever, you know, because in one sense, like you said, it's right. He decides what MAGA is, but in the sense that we're all kind of talking about, which is the coalition, the base that we think matters, which is not a small part. That's gone. I mean, that's gone.
I agree. And that's where it's like, and that's where I would say the base, like, you know, guys, you could still be the base. It's just, you got to find a movement that you are the base of.
Sure.
So if you want to stay in the MAGA land, whatever, that's fine. It's, you know,
there's party loyal. There'll always be party loyalists.
Right.
There will. Yeah.
But it's like, I'm sorry, man. The youth is definitely going America first. And there's just, I think it's irreversible. Yeah. I really don't know how to get them to vote. You know,
the right person. It'll be the right person. Like I said, that person will show up and he's probably going to be yelling in front of a microphone, you know, spitting, you know.
But then you got to ask yourself, like, no, okay, so goodbye, possibly Florida with Byron Donalds. Goodbye, Lake. It's like, those are like the safest Republican states right now for that kind of stuff. Like, again, Florida was what, plus 15, Ohio was plus 11.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you might lose 2 governorships over this stuff, guys. Like, I don't get it.
Those are the rocks. Those are the rocks we're talking about. They're going to have their boat sunk. They have to. I mean, it's the only thing that, and even then you'll still have party loyalists who will deny it, but it doesn't matter what they believe or don't believe, because their boat will be sunk and they'll lose those seats and they'll lose the midterms. And then in 2028, we'll get fucking AOC like Dan wants or whatever, you know, like
400 AOCs.
400 AOCs. Anyway, dude. Yeah. Follow Aaron on Twitter. Is that @DH? You changed your handle, right?
I'm at DHS Aaron.
At DHS Aaron. All right. This is episode 55. Godspeed to the right.